To many, the 570 GT will appear simply as a subtle new variant of the 570S, the machine we've named as one of our favorite cars on sale. Rear bodywork aside, it looks almost identical and has exactly the same engine and gearbox. Even inside, the cabin is altered in detail only. And yet time spent in the car at its international launch in Tenerife suggested that the car was more changed in character than its on-paper headlines would ever suggest. Indeed, you could call this the bravest product yet to be built by the new era McLaren. Why? Simply because all the others, from the original 12C to the P1 hypercar, have been pure supercars and therefore precisely the kind of cars you'd expect a company bearing the McLaren name to make. The 570 GT is the first to spear off in another direction, one in which McLaren has yet to travel. This is a softer, quieter and more practical McLaren, hardly core brand values for the marque, you'll agree. This is a McLaren trying to be a touring car. A McLaren whose makers trumpet the claim that it has more boot space than a Ford Focus. A McLaren, in other words, unlike any other seen before. It's true that the company has left major mechanical components unchanged, but the devil, as ever, is in the detail. Relative to a 570S, it comes with springs softened by 15% at the front and by 10% behind. The sticky standard Pirelli Corsa tires of the 570S have been replaced by better riding, quieter P0s. The steering is 2% slower, too. The side-hinged rear hatch offers genuinely useful additional luggage space and the car's body has been stuffed with sound-deadening material. Inside, you'll find a glove box, a central storage bin and even a cup holder. So the only question remaining is how it stacks up against the rather sterner test of British public roads. Taking the McLaren 570 GT out on the British A roads. If you'd never driven a 570S and just jumped in the GT, your jaw would fall so far that you'd have to go rummaging around in the footwell to find it. The new body and sound deadening have increased weight by 37 kilograms, but if you can feel that in a 562 bhp car, you have a backside that belongs in a laboratory. The car is absurdly quick and, unlike most turbocharged machines, builds its power as the revs build. There's plenty of mid-range torque, but if you want to access the really nutty stuff, you'll need to head north of 6,000 revolutions per minute, which is exactly as it should be. And the chassis is superb. It may no longer wear track day tires, but grip remains so prodigious that only a lunatic would unstick it on a dry public road.